Alright guys, so we are downrange and we always emphasize walking on the range, especially if it's children. They can be a little bit excited sometimes and want to kind of run up to the target. And we always make sure to have them walk and make sure that they stand back from the arrow, because obviously we don't want them walking into the arrow. So I'm going to demonstrate how we pull, and this is my little spiel that I would give. So to begin with, we're going to look at the placement of the arrows on the target. So I was aiming at the yellow and they all went a little bit high. So what I would do is say to the archer, if your arrows are grouping well and you're aiming in the center of the target and they're all grouping in a particular place, in this instance high, go ahead and aim in the opposite direction. So for me, I would be aiming like 6 o'clock in the blue in order to get them into the yellow. And make sure to emphasize if their arrows are grouping, because as new archers, they might be like all over the place. And if that's the case, just have them aiming in one place. And sometimes we don't put targets up, we just have them aim at like a little yellow dot or just something. So once they've established the understanding of gap shooting, this is gap shooting that I would be doing if I shot again, I'm going to show them how to pull the arrows. Now, especially children, make sure to emphasize that we pull one arrow at a time. And I always tell them, stand to the side of the arrows. For a right-handed archer, it makes sense to stand on the left side, and vice versa for a lefty. You're going to put one hand against the target, use the other hand as close to the target as possible to pull and put it in the other hand. And the reason we pull from close to the target and not from back here, most of my arrows here are aluminum, which if you pull from back here and you're kind of struggling with it, you might bend the arrows. So, and then we use this hand with the arrow up against the target. Use your right hand, pull, put it in the other hand. So it's one hand, one arrow at all times. And then you're going to have all of your arrows nicely grasped in my left hand. Okay, so for right archers, it's always going to be in the left hand. And then when you walk back to the quiver, we're going to have them cover the points with one hand and use the other hand on the shafts of the arrow like this, and just walking back up to the quiver to put them back before they start all over again. Okay.